Hey guys, can everyone hear me okay? Jess, am I sounding the mic all right? Mark is currently opening up bread, so he's making a ton of noise. Wait, can you guys still hear me now? You have it muted on yours?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that should work. If you guys can hear me. Oh, can you not? Is there an echo now? We didn't have this problem last time. Okay. All right. I don't know. I muted my computer. So welcome, everyone. Still getting used to how this is all set up on the live. All right, cool. So I'm happy you guys can make it. It's early, I'm sure, where you're at. It's 10 a.m. here. I'm also in Pennsylvania, Linda, so that's great. And so I thought we would do a virtual potluck. And I know that's weird because when you do a potluck, you bring food for everyone and to share it. But what I was thinking was that we could all share a recipe that you really, really like, and I'll put it into a blog post. Oh. I might get Mark to jump in. I told him to have his computer on backup in case the chat failed midway. So I wanted to know what you guys are making, and then if it's an original recipe, you can email it to myself or find me on social media, and I'll make a whole list of a blog post for it. So you're gonna hear our toaster because he's gonna toast some bread.
You can't really.
You can kind of hear it. You gonna come say hi? When he gets his food, he'll stop in. And if it's not your recipe and it's one you love, just make sure that the person has published it online so we can give them credit. But it can be any recipe. So even if you didn't make it today, if you have a recipe that you really, really liked, make sure you send it to me and I will put a whole list up, and then more people will be able to check out recipes that are good. We did not put the dogs in the scamp yet, Jess. I was waiting for them to get groomed to introduce them to the scamp camper, but that never happened. So I am slowly cutting their fur until groomer will open. But we'll see. But yeah, welcome. So I'm gonna share with you guys my morning beverage. I got up around 7. It's 10 a.m. here. I went running, had some water, and I'm gonna make our matcha latte, which I already have the soy milk frothed. I'm gonna take some hot water. I figured I'd just show you guys. Let that boil for a second. And then I'm gonna make sweet potato waffles with you guys. Then I made a tofu scramble that I'm gonna share as well. Hummus with everything bagel seasoning sounds like the exact same thing that my husband would eat. He's all out of bagels, right?
Yeah. All out, but yeah, everything bagel and hummus is the go-to for me.
Yeah. So
anything hummus.
Preferred choice. Oh, good. Yeah, matcha. I get mine at my local co-op, but I'm not going there anymore currently. So I just got one off of Amazon. And the container that they put it in is not the best. Every time you open it, it spills. So I have to make sure it's over something. Yeah. Let's see. Our oatmeal banana cookies are really good. I actually have a bunch of ripe bananas right now. They seem to be going super quick. Sweet potato brownies are also really good. I have one left over. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take our matcha that they put in this container, and I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon which is kind of funny. It's always the green one, so I don't even have to look. I already know. And I just put it into a big Pyrex glass container because it's gonna whip it. Which this is like my favorite thing to make it. You can make it directly in your cup. I just like how wide it is. I don't know. This is my morning routine. So I have a whole cabinet. I should do a pantry and like all of our cabinets. If Dylan from While You World just did it, and thinking about pulling everything out and reorganizing it is like too much for me to handle right now. So, but we have a whole designated thing for tea. So this will go back there. So I'm gonna grab the hot water. And I just do like a cup. So with my hot water. So it's 1 teaspoon of matcha to 1 cup of boiling water. And then there are all these kits you can buy with a whisk. And this is my favorite way to mix up the matcha. If you don't, it'll get clumpy and gross. So you just take, it's not too hot, take my whisk and I just kind of do this for a couple minutes or a minute. And I'm just kind of like making sure everything is broken up, and then I kind of go back and forth. I don't know. So this is what I do for like, not a minute, maybe like 30 seconds. Doesn't take very long. So you're just breaking it up. I'm gonna put it down while I do this so I don't burn myself. And we add matcha too to like, sometimes I'll add it to like a banana smoothie or if I don't have it. But it's just, someone asked me recently what is matcha, and it's just the concentrated green tea leaves that are down to a powder. All right. I have my really big mug. I just pour, you can see it's all not clumpy now. And then I just rinse this out. So now it's this green dark liquid. And I add frothed soy milk. That's my favorite milk to froth. It does the best job, I find. So I just buy a frother and let's see if I can show you. So it was sitting here for a couple minutes. Usually there it is. It's usually a lot more frothy than that. So we're supposed to do it right away, but we were trying to get stuff ready for today. It is sunny here too, Martin. The weather was not great yesterday, but today it is perfect. So we are definitely going to be outside pretty much today and tomorrow. So I'm looking, because it was snowing yesterday. Yeah, this is matcha. Hey, Josh. Is Amber here? It's my cousin Amber's birthday. So you guys should all wish her happy birthday. I FaceTimed with her yesterday. Aw. Yeah, everyone tell Amber happy birthday. Yeah, matcha in a smoothie. I'm getting caught up in the chat. Matcha in the smoothie is great. You need definitely a green color. It does that. Michelle said she made our coleslaw recipe. I'm happy you guys made it and liked it. It is really nice, especially for the summer. Yeah, frothers are so good. The Reese eggs from yesterday, I'm going to pull mine out of my freezer. They are so good. Like, this is going to last me a long time because I'm actually more of a sweet person than Mark. So I can open this up. That's all from yesterday's video. I really only can eat like one of these at a time because they're really decadent. Maybe two, depending on the size, but they are so good. So make sure, I don't know, we do this when it's a special treat. We don't do this all the time, but They're really, really good. The chocolate chips, I know that they're a little bit expensive. It's like $39 without shipping for the big bag, but they do last like it'll take me a long time to go through that. I made bulk orders of whole food plant-based Christmas cookies, and I still had some left over from like tons of orders when I did that this year. And I just keep these in my freezer, and that's where they live, so I don't eat too many of them. I don't know. I think like it's a Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Reese's. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that says it that way. They did last. I did not eat them all. They will take, I promise you, they'll be here for over a month. Someone said that they have been doing this for 3 months, being plant-based, and they feel good. Yeah, it's amazing. I definitely feel amazing doing this, and I've been doing this for 4 years. They do set so quickly, Jessica. One of the reasons I love them is because they just like out of nowhere you can use it for so many things, but they set so quickly. So the brand was Santa Barbara. I can put a link down below for it. Our new refrigerator is treating us, Brian, okay. It is the exact same fridge that we had prior, so it's not like fancy or anything. Our house is an older house. I think it's gonna be 60 years pretty soon, in the next couple years old, and the way that they have it carved out for our refrigerator is so small, so we could only get the same size. So it's better. It doesn't leak. The old one leaked and was not good. So I'm very happy that it doesn't leak. Yeah, I've tried handheld frothers. It does okay. It just takes a while. And if anyone has seen that new coffee frother thing, I haven't tried that you whip it. This, I think I got this frother for around, it was under $20, I think, on Amazon, and it works great. So that's my favorite appliance, one of them. Okay, let me show you guys the food. I think Mark already came in and grabbed his. So for my potluck contribution, I guess, I made tofu scramble. So you guys can see. And so I will put how we made this on our website. And again, if you made a recipe, just somehow get it to me. You can email it to me, Facebook it to me, however you want to get it. If it's a recipe of someone else's that you really enjoy, make sure you share that too. I'll put like a whole list. And then if this is good, this will be a way that you guys can all show recipes that you've tried and approved and really have liked. Because, you know, recipes are like hit or miss sometimes. I've had definitely ones that I've tried that don't. But this is just some broccoli that I chopped up, some red bell pepper. I put tomatoes in mine, but Mark is not a tomato fan, so I left them out for his. It's 1 block of firm tofu that I crumbled, and I'm going to share with you guys how I did seasonings. So just really, really simple and easy. And then you have breakfast. This is like one of my fastest meals that we make because it's so quick and simple. And I just use those 3 spices. I use smoked paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder. Let me grab you the tofu because everyone gets kind of weird about tofu, especially people that are not plant-based. You talk about tofu and people either like it or don't, and usually it's because people don't know how to cook it. If you are not a tofu fan, buy the firmest tofu you can find. You do not need a tofu block to squeeze out the liquid. There are ways to get around that. And actually for ours, I don't even do that. I'm super lazy. So you buy a super firm tofu. Okay, you can see that there is some liquid in it. You cut this open, drain off all the liquid, and then you don't need paper towels. You don't need to do anything. You just crumble it up into your skillet. The liquid that's left over that you didn't press out works great to cook your tofu. You don't need to add oil or anything else. If it starts to stick, what I do is you can use like vegetable stock if you want, but I use this garlic sauce from Coconut Aminos. You can get this at Whole Foods. It is wonderful. So I just put a couple dashes of this and it works really well. And the sodium content is only 60 milligrams for 1 teaspoon. So it's low compared to a lot of other stuff. So you can do it that way. This is how we like it. It gets a little bit of garlic flavoring. You just need a little bit. And then you can add whatever vegetables and seasonings you want. But we have it for breakfast, for dinner sometimes. I would say we eat tofu like once a week. It's not something that we don't eat tofu, we really like it. So usually on the weekend, it'll be a treat. My husband really likes it. And I try to get soy in my diet because breast cancer is a concern. So like when I have matcha lattes, I use soy milk, and I'm very pro soy. Yeah, you can cube it too. I have tofu that actually comes pre-cubed that we buy, and you can cube it as well. I just find like when you get the big block, sometimes it's just easy. You don't even need a knife. You can just use your hands. Yeah. Oh, another thing too is that people were talking about the lockdown and how people can't find tofu. And I have a tip for you. Do not go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's looking for it. You need to go down to like your local grocery store, because people that are plant-based or are semi-interested in this go to those places like Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and buy all of it. But, your neighbor who probably has never heard of tofu or doesn't know how to use it has it sitting at, your grocery store. So Mark is currently watching this from the other room. I can hear myself slightly echo in the back. So I told him he could have the day off from being on camera. Although I am going to get him to do a new camper video with me soon. Yeah, I think I have 3 of these left, and they last a long time. So this one expires in June. So it's nice to have a couple on hand. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I haven't been to Trader Joe's since this all happened. So I'm not sure. Some people said that they have really good luck there. Josh, he has been playing Final Fantasy 7. He played all yesterday when I was doing that Reese's video. Yeah, Shop and Save definitely had it. When I went to Shop and Save, they had tons of it. And tempeh is good too. So I'll pull out some tempeh and talk about that for a minute. Tempeh is another soy product that people are really not sure how to use it. We actually really like tempeh, and I think lately we've been enjoying tempeh more than tofu. So we just get the original tempeh. It's before they make it into tofu, and it looks kind of weird. You can kind of see the beans. But we just kind of do the similar thing where we crumble it, and it makes great things for tacos. You can do tons of stuff with it. So if you guys can't find tofu and you can find tempeh, give it a try. It's really great. It's like wrapped in 2 layers of plastic. So you have to there's this one and then there's another layer, but it works great. So we definitely are pro tofu, especially on tacos. This is like, or if you want to do like a meat sauce, this is great too. But tempeh is great. I also sometimes will cube it and a little bit of, I don't use maple syrup for many things. I'm pretty pro date paste if you've seen any of our videos, but a little bit of maple syrup and Dijon mustard in a, like, cube these up, put it in a bag to marinate, and stick it in the refrigerator for like an hour and then bake it. It's pretty good. That's like a Thanksgiving staple that we make. Don't be afraid of tempeh. It's not scary. And it's just like tofu. It doesn't taste like anything. Really, it's texture. I've never made, like a lot of people will make bacon from it. I never messed around with that. So, but we use it for so many things, and it crumples great and cubes great. So don't be afraid of that. If you see it next time, you should try it. I just keep them all in our refrigerator. All right, so I also was gonna make some sweet potato waffles that I've been loving. So I made this like big batch of tofu scramble. Mark will eat the majority of it, or I'll save some for maybe lunch a little bit. But I really wanted to make this sweet potato waffle because I made it last week and it was so easy. And Planiful Kiki, if you haven't heard of her YouTube channel, she's on the list. If you go to our YouTube channel and look my like recommended list, she's on there. She made these really simple sweet potato waffles and they turned out so great. And Josh, I do agree that tempeh is a little bit more nutty, but yeah, so I just roasted one sweet potato today, took the skins off, and this is 2 tablespoons of oat flour. And then I'm just going to mix it in. So I'm gonna do this on I have my island that you guys are sitting on. And that's it. She just like put it into her waffle maker, which is why this is out, and made waffles. And I did this last time and it was really, really good. So I steamed up some broccoli as well. So I'm gonna do 2, hopefully, sweet potato waffles with some steamed vegetables and maybe like a little bit of the tofu scramble. The skins I keep, but I don't put in our waffles. I don't think it would, it probably would like burn if you kept them. So I'm just gonna mix this up. It's really, really simple. The simple recipes are all what I'm about. I make some more elaborate ones. Like I guess the Reese's cup is a little bit more elaborate, and same with like the brownie one we've done recently. But I'm all about a quick and easy recipe because I love to cook, obviously. You guys have seen any of my stuff. So I am in here making like 4 to 5 different things a day, and I don't want to spend all day on one recipe. So I'm all about getting stuff that's easy. And then too, like a lot of people don't like to cook. So I try to keep that in mind, that not everyone wants to be in the kitchen all day like I do. So, Trish said that she tried Kiki's waffles with banana butter. I'm gonna do mine with ketchup today. I did mine with our homemade jam. I did a strawberry jam that I made, and it was really good, but I think I want more of a savory breakfast today. All right, so that looks good. It just looks like the sweet potato that you mashed. And so I am going to preheat my, we got this when we got married, and so it's older, but it works great. I have it set on like medium heat, please Mart. I'm gonna let that turn green and then try to make 2 brownies out of it. Or not brownies, 2 waffles. Could tell I haven't too much going on. A KFC bowl, that would be interesting. So yeah, if you guys have recipes that you really, really like, that you want to share with people and people need to know about it, just send me an email, and I'm gonna make our first virtual potluck list. It can be your recipe, or it could be a recipe of like crocs in the kitchen that you really liked, or it could be a recipe that you found from someone else. And I will put them all in our blog, and then people can pull, you can check out someone else's recommendation, which I think is really fun. Yeah, I love that Kiki is like a busy parent, and I loved her last couple videos that she's showing what her kids eat, because I think being plant-based, there's a couple people showing what families are eating, but it's nice to see. Because even personally for me, like me and my husband eat slightly different, but I'm also it doesn't look like it online, but if you ever met me in person, I'm super short and small. So, my husband can eat a lot more than I can. I can talk about the Echelon bike. So I have a spin bike that, although they have new versions of the bike now, so I would be talking about an outdated version, but the app is still the same. So kind of like the Peloton bike, we have an Echelon bike, which is pretty much like half the price, maybe even a third of the price of the Peloton bike. And mine has an area for an iPad that I hook up and can watch virtually their classes, and it's pretty cool. It's just like the Peloton bike, but I can make a video on that if you like. Yeah, there's a lot of, just pick your favorite or two favorites and send them to me, and we'll make a big list. A waffle maker is so crucial. You can make so many. I love it. We make potato waffles all the time in it too. Melissa, the classes, you have to pay for a membership. So but they're usually, when you buy the bike, they give you a deal. So it's like a monthly, or you can buy a yearly pass for all the virtual classes, and they've just expanded to be like arm workouts and body workouts and yoga classes and all this stuff. So it's not just the bike, but you get like this database of thousands of classes, and then they have live ones that you can attend where they're in their studio and you can watch. But I think it's a separate, but usually when you buy it, you can get like a bundle. I'm happy, Angela. The kids like the food. Oh, and Josh, I'm working on a bagel recipe. So a really easy bagel recipe that's like under 4 ingredients, that doesn't have, it'll be like more like a bagel thin recipe. It won't be like a fluffy bagel. There's no yeast in it or anything, but for this first one, but it'll be pretty interesting. So we'll see if I can, I might play around with that today. Today's supposed to be my day off of filming and doing stuff, but we'll see. I'm Italian. I'm more Italian than I thought. I got that ancestry DNA, and my entire life I thought I was way more Irish than I am. I'm actually like more a split of Italian and English. But yeah, there's definitely Italian in there. Someone asked if you're Italian.
Negative.
So Mark is Syrian. His dad's from Syria, so he's like 50% Syrian, Lebanese, and then 50% English, I'd say. Yeah. But he has an ancestry DNA thing that has been sitting upstairs for a year. But
I know, I'm gonna have to go do that.
You should do.
Yeah, not Italian. That's very common for people to ask, though.
Very common. My skin is so fair that like. You'd be surprised how Italian I am with this fair skin. My brother is like tan in a second. But I'm not. Blunt. Yeah, I look like Emily Blunt with my skin complexion. Josh and Brian, say hi. He's just walking around. Our dogs are outside right now.
I was talking about the new Chocobo summon on Final Fantasy VII with Reed.
Oh, okay. Brian said review Final Fantasy VII.
It's great. I've already played it for 9 hours.
He was off yesterday, and that's what he did.
I usually don't stay up late, but I was up till 1 playing the game. So
I went to bed at like 10.
Yeah.
Someone's here from Slovenia. That's great. My grandma is from the Czech Republic. I can do some whole food plant-based Lebanese food, and there will be some stuff coming out. I have like a falafel recipe up and a cucumber dill sauce, but yeah, and Amber and me pretty much probably are the same, well, I mean, first cousins, but probably have the same amount of Italian in both of us. Yeah, you can grab food. Mark's gonna grab some food. I've made him wait for like an hour. Oh. All right. So I think this is ready. It's not green yet. Give it another minute or so. It's a really old waffle. Yeah, I haven't made the falafel in a while, but now you guys make me want to make falafel. I should make falafel.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. I don't know. I'm always making so much stuff. Josh, if Mark does not use his Ancestry DNA, I'm going to send it to Amber because it literally has been sitting there for like a year.
What does he
He said Amber wants to do it. I said it's been sitting in our.
It's probably upstairs.
I know exactly where it's at. Oh, that sounds good. Pickled onions. That would be more at my alley, not Mark's. But that sounds good. I did watch her video on the pickled onions. You can grab a plate. I eat a little bit different. I eat like when I first started, I just was still figuring it out. I would say now I eat no processed foods. I'm pretty strict on that. So
very, very, very rare.
Yeah.
If any, very rare.
And yeah, I can't even pretty much tell you. I even made whole food plant-based potato chips. Remember that? So yeah, it's super rare. And usually I feel like junk after, so it's not like something I really do. But yeah, I would say more whole foods. I am trying to lose the last like 5-ish pounds, maybe 7. Again, I'm so short that my BMI health range is like 100 pounds to like 125 pounds. So I am kind of eating a little bit more similar to plant-based or plentiful kiki, a little bit more, just trying to incorporate like more vegetables. That's why I made a big batch. I'm also running now, which I wasn't really doing exercise before. So lately I've been running like 4 miles a day, but I've been enjoying it. It's not like it's been torturous, which when you say 4 miles, it kind of sometimes sounds, if you would have said 4 miles to me a year ago, I would have said that sounds torturous. But I've been running every day, which is something I wasn't doing any prior. I was just walking. And I'm hoping that'll help too, kind of not speed up the weight loss, but also like just health. There's a really great blog post that a friend of mine wrote about, you guys can see I just put half the mixture, pressed it all down. There's a really good blog post about preventing like cancer and different diseases, and they talk about exercise. So it's something that I was doing everything else. Like I'm really careful with what I eat. I make sure stress management is definitely something I need to work on. That is something I'm really bad at. and I know it. But I mean, like I'm out like outside trying to get vitamin D. I'm making sure I'm walking a bunch, you know, movement, but not really like getting my heart rate up a lot. So it's something I've been going. Yeah, I bet I'm getting caught up. I bet Brian and Pepe aren't doing it. We'll have to wait till everything's over and figure out the ancestry DNA stuff. But yeah, they're probably not taking it and figuring it out for you. They're probably closed right now. I am really short. I'm actually like 4'11". Usually I just say 5 feet even.
You stand up straight.
I do stand up straight. Mark always kept telling me for slouching. I try not to slouch. But then I was at the doctor and they told me I was 4'10". So hopefully I'm not shrinking. I don't know. Or they were rushing. It was like right before Thanksgiving break. So I don't know if they were just being impatient, but yeah, it's always been really, really short. And me standing next to Brian is something to see. Yeah, he's super tall. I don't actually eat that much popcorn. I mean, I used to love popcorn back in the day at the movie theater. That was me and not Mark. He would have much rather.
It's like 2,000 calories.
Yeah, I was definitely the popcorn person, but
it's disgusting.
But we do air popcorn like really rare. I can't even think of the last time we bought like 4 tubs of air popcorn from a Boy Scout, and I have a ton of it still left.
I think we gave it away.
Yeah, we don't even ever use it. All right, so this is done. Okay, and if it sticks, you can just like wiggle it, and it'll come out. It does look a little burnt when you first pull these guys out, but it's not. It's just I promise, it still tastes good. And you have a waffle. So I'm gonna put the other one. So this has been like, I eat oatmeal pretty much every morning, but this has been a weekend treat. I'll make this and then have a little bit of the tofu scramble because he really likes it. And I just really like something different, you know, something special, and it's Easter weekend, so I try to have fun with food. I don't know. I love being whole food plant-based, but I really like being creative and seeing the different ways I can tweak stuff and make stuff similar, you know, to how everyone else is eating. And you want people to be on this lifestyle, and so yeah, I love soy curl jerky. It is great. So as I'm dropping stuff, I think I have a recipe for barbecue soy curls on our channel to look up. But yeah, I would check out that. That's pretty much our jerky recipe right now. And Brian and someone mentioned up earlier about running for stress. That is another huge thing. So running for prevention of disease and running for stress are like big hits for me. Yeah, if you like popcorn, go for it. I'm actually somebody who, someone said portobello jerky. I'm somebody who, mushrooms have been something I've just recently kind of like forced myself to like, not forced myself to like, but I've been trying to like more. So I make them in like a gravy. That sounds great to me. But I don't know if I would like them as jerky. I'd have to see. But I haven't like portobello like burgers. It's not nothing I'm really haven't quite got into yet. So I just let it till it tells me it's done, and then I check on it. But you kind of want to watch these because these go kind of quick. But they do turn out like a waffle. And Jessica and Brian, you should get one. Let's see. I am still teaching now, Samantha. I'm not doing YouTube full time. I still have my real job. So Let's see, give it like a second longer. Okay. If it starts to stick, you just kind of wiggle down the top and it pops out. But I am still working full time. YouTube is just a side passion. See if this one comes out. And then I'll pick it. Great. So there you go. I have my 2 waffles. And that was like 2 tablespoons. I just did 1 small sweet potato to 2 tablespoons of oat flour, and turned out great. So this will be my breakfast. But I still teach full time. So I teach middle school art to a cyber school. So the virtual environment is very much my home. But yeah, sometimes I'm like, I don't have time. It's so crazy. Like, we were off this week for Easter, so I had lots of time to come up with recipes, but usually I'm very, very busy. I also had a grapefruit, which we never have. So I cut up some grapefruit, which is really pretty. I usually try to have some kind of fruit too around. For Easter, I put out a list on our website about a recommended Easter list of what we have. So if you guys search go to our website, thedrudifamily.com, you'll see like my recommended list. I might make some things off of that. We'll see. Like I said, usually around a holiday, we might indulge a little bit more with like more tofu than we usually do. We might have a sauce that has like nuts or something, but I don't know, there was a pistachio tofu on there that looked really good. I might make that tomorrow. And then I'm trying to think what else I had on there. Usually we just have so much leftovers that if we were all allowed to be with family and stuff, I usually would make a dish and bring it to our family's house. But we'll have to see. I probably will end up making something. I don't know. Someone said falafel earlier, so it might not be a traditional Easter. We'll see. We'll both eat well, I'm sure. Do you forage for mushrooms? No, but if you guys have watched, I know everyone mentions it to me, but we were fans of hers before we got the trailer. Like when we decided we were going to get our trailer. So if you guys search Elsa Ray, she has a channel where she lives in a scamp trailer that we have full time, and she forages for a lot of her own mushrooms, which is kind of really awesome. And so I don't really know enough to do it to feel confident doing it. So I don't know. I've never done it. But mushrooms and beets are some of the things I'm trying to figure out how to do more. Yeah, super easy waffles, like ridiculously easy. You know, it's just sweet potatoes and a little bit of oat flour. I'm gonna eat them with ketchup because I did a savory. I have a jam recipe. So if you guys need some homemade jam, you can use any fruit for it. Just look it up on our channel. It's so easy. I made strawberry jam last week, and I put it on top of these, and it was good, but I think I want to do more like savory ketchup today since we did like the tofu scramble and everything. But that's a little bit of my strawberry jam. And I put a lot of lemon. I was pretty heavy-handed when I did the lemon in this, so it smells like kind of smells like lemonade, strawberry lemonade. And I did use frozen strawberries. You could use frozen or fresh fruit for that. Super easy. And I'm all out of frozen raspberries and I can't find them now. So, you know. And you also can, I know that Crocs in the Kitchen has a ketchup recipe. We have one too coming out, but I mean, sometimes I buy ketchup. I can show you which one that we bought that has been pretty good. If I can find it in my refrigerator. There it is. Okay. So if you go to Whole Foods, I find this at my local grocery store. One called from True Made Foods. It's pretty good. It is a lower sugar less sugar. Let me see. The only ingredients are, there is a little bit of cane sugar. I didn't see that at the bottom, but it's pretty low compared to other ketchups. So if I'm not gonna make my own, I sometimes buy this because Mark is a pretty big ketchup fan, and so we go through this pretty easily. So it just depends. So I'll just have like a little bit of this on my potatoes today. But I mean, making ketchup is pretty easy. Usually I would just have date paste, tomato paste, some seasonings. It's pretty easy to whip together. Yeah, that's a great idea, Pam, for whenever we can all be out. Maybe that's what I got Debbie last time. I can't remember there being, that probably is, I probably grabbed that bottle like really quick. I don't remember there being sugar in it. Yeah, there's salt in it instead, Kim, yeah. Yeah, I think I just grabbed the wrong bottle. I feel like when you go grocery shopping now, it's like, a lot more anxiety. So you're just like, I get there and it's like you kind of like armor up, and then it's like you quickly have to grab stuff. So I don't know. I feel like I'm just trying to be like in and out. So it's probably just grabbed it on a mistake. Yeah, I haven't tried Dylan's sauces yet. Michelle, if you haven't tried our poutine recipe, that is a great potato recipe. And we have fries. I still have gravy left over, but I also have a big bag of potatoes. So I was thinking about doing that or doing something. I don't know. I need to figure out something to do with these too. Maybe mashed potatoes. I keep thinking about that. I don't know. And I do want to try the corn sauce. They have a different one. I know that Crocs in the Kitchen uses Brand New Vegan's corn sauce. But I want to try both. Yeah, and the potato pancakes are good too, Mike. That's a great choice as well. And I like that with a little bit of sauerkraut on top. Emma, if you go to our channel and go to the Drudy Family YouTube and you look at the side column, I have a ton of really great whole food plant-based YouTubers. And you'll see them. There's a bunch. And like every single person I watch. My puppies are good. Someone asked. They are very furry right now. Super furry. Like, they need groomed bad. So I'm slowly grooming them for what they'll let me. I think everyone's dogs are going to look a little funny at the end of this. But I haven't cut my hair. My bangs are pinned back. I've been really good about not cutting my own hair, even though I wanted to and Mark has offered, but I won't let him. So yeah, figured I can hold it out. Yeah, there's a ton of great people to watch. Yeah, but if you guys have a recipe that you really like I said, that would be awesome to do like one of these a month and kind of be like a roundup for the month. Maybe it needs to be a recipe that you've tried and really have enjoyed. And so it could be your own recipe. It could be a recipe that you found online from somebody you like. If it's somebody else's recipe that's not your own, make sure they have it online, posted somewhere so you don't copyright. But you can, email it to me and we'll make a list. And maybe we'll do this once a month, like a virtual potluck, and I'll show you guys. I'll make something and show it, and that'll be my contribution. But I kind of think this is cool because it's like a pool of recipes that you've all found that you've enjoyed. So make sure you email me these recipes. And if you have a photo of you and your recipe, send it, and I'll post that as well, and we can get some photos of it. And then we can all go make the recipes from the blog post, hopefully. I do go to a plant-based doctor. I don't know if she's vegan, but she is. She does recommend a plant-based diet. Someone asked. Okay, Mike, if you go to my YouTube channel, on the one side, there's a list of channels that are all whole food plant-based that I recommend, like Nutmeg Notebook is here, and the Crocs in the Kitchen, and Martin, and there's a whole bunch of people, Plant-Based Kiki, Plantiful Kiki. You can look at all of those channels and click on them and watch. There's nutritionfacts.org on there, and I think I have Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. I try to put up people that we have common ideals in the plant-based world. So poutine is a Canadian dish, and it's not something that I had growing up. We just did like gravy on French fries. That was a big hit in my house. But it has cheese curds in it, and so I've found a way of making it whole food plant-based. So it's pretty much French fries with gravy, and then you can optionally add in the plant-based cheese curds that I've made out of white beans. So that's interesting. Oh yeah, Nutmeg Notebook just gave another one. So there's, I mean, literally, if you just search whole food plant-based on YouTube, you'll come up and find a whole bunch. I'm sure there's more than even I have on our side. I just put up a couple. I'm pretty sure Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine has a YouTube channel because they also have a podcast, which is really good. And I think they put their videos up there as well. You're welcome, Pam. Yeah, I mean, like, I have put out a couple different dessert recipes, and like, we don't eat that daily. I wouldn't, not even weekly. We eat it literally as a treat. So some people who follow like Chef AJ that can't have any treats because then they'll go into like binge eating a little bit more. Maybe you don't want to eat that, but for us, when it's Easter, like having a Reese's egg is really nice. Or if you have kids, or if you have spouses that don't want to do this, or if you have family members that are unsure, like having some of that stuff can be nice. And then the fact too is that there's no added sugar, you still get fiber that still has a can of beans in it. So, I mean, it's healthier than the alternative. So I don't know, I like giving people the option, not telling you guys to eat Reese's eggs every day, all day, or eat the whole amount in one sitting, but it's nice to have a treat. And, I still feel good about what I'm putting in. I would say more like nice cream is more of our speed for dessert on a regular basis, or I really like doing kind of like, I think me and Jessica do the same idea at night. We have the same like peanut butter milkshake kind of idea where it's like some kind of non-dairy milk, a frozen banana, a little bit of PB2 powder, and some cacao or cocoa powder, and that's it. And that usually is enough to be perfect. So I would say I do that more often than anything else that's kind of like more fancy. But sometimes I like doing the fancy stuff. I don't know. I have a good, someone asked me about cheesecake recipe, and I have a good one for that too. But I'll space them out. We won't just all desserts. But yeah, so we are coming up on an hour. You definitely can put PB2 in that Reese's egg recipe. I just wanted to give people that can have nuts an option, and like it surprisingly tastes like whipped peanut butter. I don't know. It's just like a combination. So you can definitely put peanut butter in there if you'd like, but I don't think it needs it. But some people have added that. My food processor, I have, like, I'm looking for it. Like, I think it's dirty. It is a Cuisinart. I don't know. I have it on our Amazon shop. So if you look at the bottom of any of our videos, you'll see that I have our Amazon affiliated link. It is on there. I break food processors. If you guys have seen me, well, you guys haven't seen me break one. If you have heard me talk about food processors, I drop them. I've dropped 2 of them. So usually I don't invest a ton in food processors because it's just frustrating. Usually it's the lid I drop and then that's it. But down the road I might invest in a better one. There's a couple of them I have my eyes on. Yes, Pam, I do have a plant-based compliant mayo recipe coming out soon. And I'm going to have like 2 different versions of it. Like someone mentioned, with silken tofu and with non-soy. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, mine works pretty well. It does a good job. I also have a Vitamix, so I use the food processor for like making hummus, making those Reese eggs, making falafel mix, and then I use my Vitamix a lot more. See, there's a cup for it, but I haven't had avocado toast in a long, long time. Does it sound good though? I don't eat a ton of bread. Like sometimes we buy the Ezekiel bread, and then I really like the Ezekiel muffins too. But it's again like kind of like on a weekend as a weekend treat for breakfast. Sometimes I'll do that. Most like 9 out of 10 days I'm doing oatmeal with flax and berries. I have not been ordering groceries online. We've been driving an hour to a Whole Foods north of us because it has been pretty okay. Like they're pretty good at like spacing people and not letting so many people in the stores, and everyone seems pretty respectful of like we don't want to be near anyone else. I've been to some grocery stores where people do not care, which is crazy. But we usually go and I buy like 2 weeks worth of food. But I go to a Whole Foods like an hour away from us, which is not what I usually do. Yeah, some people are saying some really good recipes. Yeah, Melissa, I've been going to the one in Wexford. It has been the least scariest shopping experience. They seem to have it pretty nailed down. I drove an hour, and then I think I waited for 30 to 40 minutes in line. And they had everyone spaced out and only let so many people in the store. And, they had what we wanted. Luckily we just bought a freezer right before everything happened, and I had like a ton of stuff frozen. So really it's only like fresh vegetables and stuff that supply is. Yeah, fresh veggies are hard. And I was doing Misfit Market, but then they kind of seemed to be taking longer and then kind of getting overwhelmed because I think everyone started to order from them. So I just kind of stopped doing that. Pam, baked oatmeal recipe. Totally. Yeah, if you guys want to see stuff, just let me know. I'm totally open for suggestions. I'm working on, I actually have a list over there that is a ton of stuff coming out. Yes, Terry. I originally started, I had this idea to like go through the How Not to Diet cookbook, and at the back of the cookbook there is a meal plan. So he tells you like which recipes to eat for like 2 weeks, I think. And so my idea was to make the recipes and show them, and then kind of like report back if I liked it or not. And I enjoyed doing it. Now, filming like breakfast, lunch, and dinner became way too much. I was in the kitchen for like hours, kind of like, because some of those recipes from the cookbook are a little bit more involved. I feel like if you spent one day like batch cooking recipes, it would be fine. Or if you made like a dinner, usually you're not making breakfast, lunch, and dinner from like a cookbook. Usually it's like, what do I want for dinner, or what do we want for brunch? So I felt like it was taking a long time. So those videos are very, very, I mean, they're okay, but it's not some of my favorite. They're old, and I'm still figuring out how to do YouTube. So, but now I try to make my recipes based off of Dr. Greger's recommendations. So a lot of the times I will use his daily dozen or like his whole foods plan when I create recipes. Oh, yeah. I love that cookbook. It's wonderful. The onion rings on there are some of our favorites. Actually, maybe I'll make that for Easter. We'll see. Yeah, if you guys have recipes, you can even have it on your own website. If you, like Martin, if you want to put it on your own website and then just send me a link. We will get a whole thing from today. Give me the recipes that you tried that you loved, even if you didn't make it today, this week, or since the last 2 weeks. Give me like one recipe you've really, really enjoyed. If it's your own recipe, you can write it up and email it to me. If it's someone else's, just send me the link and I'll put it all in a blog post, and then we can get together maybe monthly and share out some of the recipes we really liked. Thank you, Michelle. I'm still figuring it out. We just got a new mic. Sometimes I film in this kitchen and you guys can't see it, but there's a window here, and there's a door, and there's a window that I film right behind. So like yesterday I could not get it, just the sun kept coming out, and then it would be fine, and then like midway through talking it would be so washed out. So it's just me and a camera and figuring it out. And like I said, it's not my full-time gig, so how much time I put into it. Yesterday I spent all day doing that video. They take a long time, so I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Let's see. I can make a blueberry muffin recipe. Meadow definitely can do that. Granola. Pam, have you made our fall granola? It's pretty good. It uses date paste. I'm pro date paste. Check that out if you haven't. The fall granola. I mean, it doesn't have to be fall, and you can switch out with what you have. My substitute for miso, you could leave it out. It's just a salt replacement, so just leave it out. You can always salt your food to taste if you do that. You can play around with different seasonings. It depends on the recipe. Yeah, Martin, even if you make a video, like that's fine. Just whatever you want. Just send me a link to if it's a video that you found that you really enjoy, just send me the link, or if it's your video you create, just send me the video and we'll put it all on the blog. Yeah, well, just send me recipes that you guys have, just one or two that you guys have enjoyed, and I'll put it up for you guys. And then I'll have like a little database of whole food plant-based recipes. So you guys can email me. It's on my website. So my website's thegirudyfamily.com. It'll be on there probably, like, I'll probably give everyone a week to submit something, and then I'll put it on there next week. And then we can do these weekly or monthly. And I think it'll be nice because I have a ton of recipes that we've tried from cookbooks that we really like, and I can give you guys ones that are not so great. So it's really nice when you've tried it and it's been like a hit with the whole family, and then people can find other ones that their family might like. I drink a lot of water every day. I'm like, I don't know, like 8 to 10 cups. I don't know. I pretty much fill up I don't know how many. This is a little over a cup. Like a cup and a half. I don't know. I fill this guy up. We have a Berkey filter that I just drink water. Depends if I'm exercising more, I drink more. Like lately with running, I've been drinking a lot more water. Chrissy, that sounds great. Coffee in bed. It is 11 a.m. here in Seattle. I hope you guys are doing okay. We visited Seattle 2 summers ago, and it's one of our favorite trips. And Colorado also is another favorite trip. So we did Colorado. Estes Park is where me and my husband originally said we wanted to retire. We went to Estes Park 2 summers in a row for vacation, and then we went out to Washington State and we did Seattle for just a little bit, but we did like some of the parks there and some of the mountains. How much tea is recommended? I would just say, like, make sure you're drinking water because tea dehydrates you. So make sure you're doing a good amount. I would look up, I don't know if there's a limit. I mean, you want to drink more water than tea, but so you're hydrated. But check out Dr. Greger on that. Green tea is great. I also, since I'm just pulling stuff out of my refrigerator. Another thing I do is I really like an iced green tea. And so I thrifted this. This is from a thrift store. It's glass. You can heat it up. It's Pyrex. You can heat it up on your stove to boil water. And I just keep some iced green tea that I brew. So, yeah. We drink lots of green tea here too, besides the matcha. Especially when it's hot, then I become a little bit not into the matcha hot drinks, the more nice drink. Yeah, Denver's pretty too. Intermittent fasting. I sometimes intermittent fast not on purpose. Like a lot of the times I will like work out in the morning and then get busy with work that I like. I'm like, oh yeah, it's 10, 11, I haven't eaten, So sometimes not on purpose. I do like, I have been, since I'm trying to lose the last 5 to 7 pounds, I am starting to do Dr. Greger's recommendation for kind of like I'm trying to switch stuff up. Instead of eating later in the day, I'm trying to eat more in the beginning of the day and then less like after a certain amount after dinner, like not eating after dinner or having dinner a little bit, not at 7, 8 o'clock. So I'm hoping that helps. Nancy, if you're watching, you sent it to the right spot. I just got a notification if you're still here for your recipe. Just send it to me anyway. You can Facebook message it to me. You can leave it here. Send your recipes however you can get it to me. You can Instagram it to me, however you wanna get it to me. It's great. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Yeah, there you go. I'll have to check that out. I have been I try to watch all of his stuff, but he puts out a ton of content, so I'll check that out. And hi, Aunt Paula. Glad you guys could be hanging out. Josh, did you make Amber a cake? I was asking her that yesterday if you were gonna make her a cake. I have lots of Reese eggs. I could drop them off at your door. My running's been going really good. I have never, I mean, like I played soccer, would never consider myself a runner. I still don't. But it's been really, really good. I have been running lots on our treadmill and some outside. It has been, well, I mean, it's still difficult. Like I still feel like running is difficult, but I feel so good that it's been enjoyable, which is something that running has never been. So usually by usually after like halfway in, like mile 2, I'm feeling really good. And then my whole thing has been going is that I'm not like running 4 miles just to run 4 miles. It's I just want to run where I know I could run more, like having enough in my tank to keep going, not just being exhausted at 4 miles. So, I mean, like, surprisingly, it's been going good. Aw, thank you, Tammy. Have a great Easter, too. I have to watch your lentil loaf glaze soon. That's the one I'm behind on. Yeah, I have some hibiscus tea. I'll have to make that. We have, if I showed you our tea cabinet, it would be something. I like tea. I usually have a small garden. Like usually I'll do some tomato. I don't have anything big in our backyard, but usually I'll do like tomatoes and a couple things. But I don't not this year. I don't have anything in my house, and I not going out for anything. So we'll have to see if I can grow stuff. Usually I like going to the farmers markets and supporting them. Thank you, Richard. That's very nice of you. Yeah. Well, I'm probably going to wrap it up here. We've been doing this for a little over an hour. So, like I said, if you guys have a recipe that you've made in the last month or, that you really enjoyed, send me a link to it. If it's your own recipe, make sure you tell me and leave your name so I can give you credit. It can be any written out recipe that you have. Just make sure it's, if it's from somebody else that they've published it so I can give them, don't take it from like a cookbook and write it down. We want to keep with all the copyright rules. Make sure that they've published it. And I will put it all in a blog post and then it'll be on our website so you guys can all check that out. And maybe we'll do this once a month, little chit chat videos, and we can all share what we've been enjoying. I don't know. It's kind of fun. Yeah, more savory breakfast recipes. So I'm going to put up my tofu scramble, which is savory. I can also put up the waffles, which both can be savory. Yeah, I'm happy you guys are enjoying it. But yeah, just send them to me any way possible. You can email them to me. You can Facebook, Instagram, go on our website. There's contact information. Just send it to me and I will compile it all and put it in one spot for us. But thank you guys so much for spending some of your Saturday with us. And I will see you guys with new recipes coming out. And if you haven't tried the Reese's egg recipe, you should do that. It's pretty good. Well, thanks for coming. Have a nice and wonderful holiday. I will see you guys very soon.